Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm Heather Blaze, and today we're talking about millionaire focus, how to stop getting distracted and start scaling fast. So, you don't need more time, you just need what I call the millionaire focus. And if you're jumping from idea to idea, chasing every new offer, or glued to notifications, then you're not making progress. You're just staying busy. And that's what's keeping you stuck. Distraction is the silent killer of momentum. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to lock in that high level focus, the kind that scales your business to consistent 20K plus months without overwhelm. So, hey there again, I'm Heather Blaze, and I help coaches, consultants, course creators, experts like you build predictable, scalable systems that attract premium clients and generate 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K months without the hustle, burnout, or guesswork. And if you've been stuck in content creation loops, distracted by shiny objects, that shiny object syndrome, or you just can't seem to finish what you start, it's not that you're lazy. Okay. It's that you haven't learned how to protect your focus like a millionaire would. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to focus like a 7-figure entrepreneur, even if you're just starting out. So if you want me to help you implement a step-by-step roadmap that takes you from chaos to getting high income months, then get my free training by checking out the link in the description below. Now let's dive in. Most entrepreneurs aren't failing because they don't work hard. They're failing because they're distracted. I mean, we live in a world that rewards busyness, right? Notifications, DMs, new offers, podcasts, reels, webinars, the noise is endless. And the worst part is that it feels productive. But in reality, it's just mental clutter that fragments your attention and hijacks your progress. So every time you shift gears, jumping from one task to another or entertaining a shiny new idea, your brain has to reset, right? And that reset costs you time, it costs you energy, momentum. You start projects with energy, but never really finish them. And then what happens? Your income flatlines. So here's the hard truth: you cannot scale if you're scattered. Your business won't grow if your attention is split across 5 different directions. Just think about it. It's like, to driving from Arizona to San Diego, one direction, but if you're driving to from Arizona to San Diego and then to Hawaii, and then well, you can't drive to Hawaii, but you're going to Colorado, you're driving to Florida, like you're going to be all over the place, right? Or it takes you much longer to get there. If you spend, you know, 8 hours straight doing one thing each day, right? Focusing on that one goal, getting you to that destination versus an hour a day, you're going to get there that much faster. Make sense? So if you want to build a 10K, 20K, or 30K plus months consistently, you have to start thinking differently than the average business owner who's just trying to survive. So the average business owner, they dabble. They try 5 different things at once, stay busy all day, and hope that showing up every day will eventually pay off. But the focused business owner, they're strategic, right? They figure out what works, and then they double down on that. They zero in on that 20% of the actions that drive 80% of the results, that 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle. And above all, they build one clear, repeatable path to revenue and walk it relentlessly. And that's the mindset shift that turns scattered efforts into 6-figure momentums. So, how do you actually build this kind of focus? Let's talk about the next thing, which is how millionaire focus actually works in real life. First, you need to define what to focus on. So you don't just need a longer to-do list, you need to know what activities drive cash flow and growth. So in my world, these are called income producing activities, IPAs, things like booking calls with qualified leads, nurturing prospects in the DMs, publishing direct response content that builds authority, improving your offer or upsell process. And so focusing on that, is a big thing, right? So the next thing is the one thing strategy. So instead of trying to scale 3 platforms, launch 2 offers, and grow a podcast all at once, you want to zoom in. Pick one growth vehicle, one client acquisition strategy, one irresistible offer, and go deep on it. Because you don't need to do more, right? You need to do what matters consistently. Then comes the millionaire habits. So, first one is block out time each day for the IPAs, your power hours, I call them, right? These are your sacred windows of deep focus where no meetings, distractions, or busy work are allowed. So let's say your brain is sharpest from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Use that time exclusively to book calls. So write powerful content, follow up with leads, or refine your offer. Don't check emails, don't scroll, just just focus on income producing actions that move the needle. And if you protect these power hours consistently, you'll start seeing exponential momentum. Now, the second thing you want to do is turn off notifications during your most focused blocks. So you don't need to know every time someone likes your post or replies to a DM. Those constant pings really destroy your concentration and create a loop of reactive behavior. So instead, you want to set 2 blocks per day, maybe 12 p.m. And 4 p.m., something like that, where you check messages intentionally. Outside of that, you just keep your phone on do not disturb and close unnecessary browser tabs. Millionaire focus means you decide what gets your attention, not the apps. And the third thing is then to batch your tasks so that your brain can stay in flow. So instead of bouncing between sales calls, Canva designs, and client messages all day, group similar tasks together. Have a dedicated content day, basically, right? Like a client delivery window, a time block for admin work. Why? Because your brain burns energy every time it switches context. But when you batch similar tasks, you stay in rhythm and your work gets done faster and the quality skyrockets. So, for example, recording all your video content in one sitting creates flow, or handling all admin and emails for the week on Monday mornings keeps from leaking into your creative time. And then finally, the fourth thing you need to do is you need boundaries around your attention. So that means not answering every message instantly, not hopping on every free call, not consuming more content than you create. Your calendar should really reflect your goals and not your distractions. But there's a deeper shift that has to happen too, because your business only grows at the speed of your identity. So if you're constantly in reaction mode, like answering messages, solving client problems, tinkering with your website, you're in operator mode. And that's fine when you're just getting started. But if you want to scale to the 20K plus months, then you have to stop operating like a freelancer and start leading like a CEO. And here's what that means. CEOs delegate low leverage tasks, or tasks that they don't like too. They don't like to do. So, for example, I have a client right now who's really frustrated with the editing work. And I said, just go on Fiverr and hire somebody to edit for you, because it's driving her crazy, right? Like she's just so frustrated with it. And then that affects her other areas of her business, right? And it's affecting her energy and stuff like that. But anyway, what CEOs do is they delegate the low leverage tasks, or the tasks that they don't like doing. You can, hire, show, train, and follow up. You got to make sure you know how to do it first, okay, and do it properly first. That gets results. But once you've got that, right, then it's time to delegate. They automate admin work. They eliminate what doesn't really serve their goals. CEOs don't need to do everything. They focus on vision, growth, and leadership, not their inbox. CEOs see their time as their most valuable asset, and they protect it accordingly. So a simple reframe could be, what would a 20K per month version of me do today? Kind of thing, right? So you're thinking about ahead of time. Would she scroll through TikTok? Probably not, right? Would she take on that misaligned client? Would she spend 3 hours editing a Canva post? Probably not, right? She'd do the things that move the business forward, even if they're uncomfortable, even if they're boring. So once you've adopted the mindset and the habits, what is this day to day? What does it look like day to day? It's time then, right, to build your focus system so that things get going for you even when life goes crazy. And it starts with structure. Okay? I like to say systems and structure. So what you want to do is you want to create a weekly routine and then it's going to become habit, right? So set clear non-negotiable blocks for marketing, content creating, lead nurturing, delivery. Then another block for client calls and support and sales. Okay, like outreach and follow-ups. And when your week is structured in advance, and like I've got mine all color coded, and these are I use ChatGPT actually to I basically it's a good video you should check out in my channel here is it was how to reach your goals for the year. And so what I did was I fed ChatGPT my top 3 goals that I wanted to achieve this year. I've already achieved 2, by the way, and I wanted the 2 that I already achieved to be done by August, and we're in June. We're in June. So I accomplished those goals early. But what I did was I plugged it into ChatGPT and then I said, create a schedule for me that encompasses all of the things I need to do in my schedule in order to reach these goals, right? One was buy a house, one was lose 10 pounds, and one was make 80,000 a month. Okay. So it was, helping me it's helped me restructure all these, or sorry, it helped me plan out my calendar. So then all I did was I took the timeline of what it said when I should do it and I plugged it in, including quality time with my son, quality time with my partner, things like that, right? Exercise, how much exercise do I need to do to reach that goal? And these are the types of exercises I like. Like it was amazing. And look, it's working. I've already hit 2 of the 3 goals. So anyway, use the automation tools. Okay. Make your week make sure your week is structured in advance, because decision fatigue drops and then your productivity skyrockets. And like I said, use those automation tools, schedule your content ahead of time with any available tool, use automation for your lead follow-ups. That's also really important. Like integrate tools like a CRM software to streamline repetitive tasks, which I have as well. If you've got any questions about that, you can leave it in the comments here of what a good CRM system should encompass. CRM is the customer relationship management tool. And, it's like automates emails, automates text, automates everything, right? So you don't have to do it. And then build these repeatable systems. So don't reinvent the wheel every single time you do something. Have documented SOPs, which stands for standard operating procedures, for onboarding new clients or employees, running sales calls, handling objections, posting content, or running team meetings, anything like that. So systems save time. They ensure consistency and make your business scalable without adding overwhelm. Next, you want to implement a distraction audit. So every single month, sit down and review what distracted me the most, you could ask, right? What activities drained my energy but didn't move the needle? Or what could I eliminate, automate, or delegate? Okay, so by auditing your distractions regularly, you become more conscious about how your time and energy are being spent, and you start plugging the leaks that keep your income capped. So millionaire focus isn't about doing more, it's about doing less better. It's about being ruthless with your priorities and unapologetic about your boundaries. And lastly, you need to celebrate process wins, not just revenue wins. Why? Because sticking to your power hours, showing up consistently, following your focus system, those are the daily disciplines that stack up and become the 20K plus months. So consistency beats intensity, routine beats random hustle. The routine becomes a habit, right? Systems beat scattered effort. The truth that I want you to really take away today is focus is the new unfair advantage. The more you protect your attention, the faster you'll scale. Not because you're doing more, but because you're doing the right things, the right things, right? At the right time with the right energy. So you don't need more hacks. You don't need millionaire focus even. But that's, or sorry, you do need millionaire focus, I should say. Um, so, so that you can achieve these goals. So that's about it. If you're still here with me, drop a comment below and tell me what's the number one thing that you're cutting or committing to this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a fellow entrepreneur who needs to hear it. And check out the next video, and I will see you there in the next one. Take care, everyone.